Yes, yes. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, you all can hear me, right? Okay, Alhamdulillah. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah al-Kareem. Amma ba'd, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Okay, inshallah, today we will start dua number 2. But before that, um, as every one of you have memorized the dua which we did last week. Okay. As I said, okay. As I said, not everyone have to say me yes. Just like few yeses are enough for me, inshallah. So we will before we do a quick revision. Who can actually uh, say that dua? Don't say me. Just raise your hand and I'll ask. Okay, Ahmed Faisal, can you tell us which dua we did last week? Okay, mashallah, jazakumullah khair. Okay, who can actually tell me why do we have to say Bismillah when we enter the home? Who can say? Just raise the hand. Muhammad. Okay, jazakumullah khair. I said just raise your hand and I will pick someone. But it's okay. And who can tell me why do we say the dua Bismillahi tawakkaltu alallahi la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah when we are leaving the house? Okay, Bilal. Bilal, can you tell me that? Yes. Tell me why do we have to say what are the benefit when we are leaving the house and we say this dua Bismillahi tawakkaltu alallahi la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Okay. Okay, you're right, but I need a little more elaboration on this. Uh, okay, okay, good. Who else can answer this? Umar, Umar, you have yes. Tell me the benefit of reading this dua when we are leaving the house. Bismillahi tawakkaltu ala Allahi la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Okay, anyone else? Abdurrahman Muhammad Akram. Tell me the benefit of this dua. Okay, good. Okay, Jazakumullah khair. So I will quickly repeat in 2 minutes this dua, and we can move on to our next dua inshallah today. Okay, the dua which we did last week was when you enter your home, you say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and then you say Bismillah. So what will happen? That when you say Bismillah and you enter with the name of Allah, then shaitan will not be able to enter in your home. Okay? And Also remember, which I mentioned last week, you say Bismillah, not Bismillah Rahman Rahim. You only say Bismillah because from the hadith we know that it is only Bismillah. Okay, this is very important to remember, because sometimes we have a habit of saying Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So when we enter our home, we say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, and we also think that there is no problem in saying Bismillah or Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. No, this is only Bismillah. So remember this thing, okay? And then when we are leaving our house, we say Bismillahi tawakkaltu ala Allahi la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. When we say this dua, actually Allah will protect us from the shaitan. And I also mentioned the hadith that there is one shaitan, one devil is waiting outside for you, that once you will come out, then he will join you and he will make you do bad things. But when you will recite this dua, you will be under the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when you will be under the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then what will happen? That shaitan will not be able to do anything with you, or you will be protected from shaitan. So you will avoid the bad things. You might be doing, you might be fighting, you might want to fight with someone, but because you read this dua, Allah will protect you. You might want to steal something from outside, or you might want to say anything bad to anyone, but because you have read this dua, inshallah Allah will protect you. And maybe someone want to harm you, but because you have read this dua, Allah will protect you, inshallah. So this dua is very important. I hope that you all have implemented, means you have started practicing these duas when you are entering or leaving the house. So inshallah, today we will move on to day 2, dua number 2. These are very small duas and easy dua, and also you can practice them very easily. And if anyone is not able to pronounce these dua, you can ask me, I will pronounce it again for you. And at the same time, if you are not able to understand anything, the meaning or the benefit, you can raise your hand and I will inshallah tell you again what are the benefit or how to read it. So this dua is whenever you start your meal, you say, whenever you start eating food, you say Bismillah, Bismillah. So you can repeat after me without switching on your mic. You can just repeat after me. I don't want like every one of you just opening up the mic and saying, like you're 52 students now, mashallah. So I don't want every one of you to just switch on your mic and switch on off your mics. So just repeat after me without switching on the mics. Bismillah. Whenever you want to eat food, you say Bismillah. What? Bismillah. Here you see there is similarity between this dua and the dua which we studied last week. Bismillah. Again, you will not say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim before eating the food. And why is that? Because from the hadith, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has taught us this dua, that whenever you will eat the food, you will say Bismillah. If in the hadith it was Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, then we would have said that. But we will only say Bismillah. I know that many of us have habit of saying Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, but no. But now you can actually change it. Maybe your parents, you can tell them before starting the meal, they will ask you, okay, say Bismillah Rahmanir Rahim. You can tell them that we have learned this dua today, or with Ustad, that we only have to say Bismillah. We don't have to say it completely. Okay? So there is a difference between Bismillah and Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Again, never think that these both are same. Okay, I hope it is clear. Then and let me tell you the benefit, and then we will move on to the next part, inshallah. Why do we say Bismillah? Why do we say Bismillah before eating the meal? Is there anyone who would like to answer? Just raise your hand. Just raise your hand. Okay, Adnan Jamal, you have raised your hand. Tell me, tell me, why do we have to say? Okay, mashallah, jazakumullah khair. So, so why, like, shaitan is our enemy? Shaitan is not our friend. So we don't want him to eat with us. Okay, so for that reason, we will start saying Bismillah before we eat. And what will happen? Shaitan will not be able to eat. Now you see, the previous dua, while entering the home, we said Bismillah. And because of that Bismillah, Shaitan will stay outside the home. And when we are eating the food, we say Bismillah, Shaitan will not be able to eat with you. So, where the devil cannot enter, have no space to live, and where he have no food to eat, why would he stay there? So these are the benefits. So if we want to kick the shaitan, the devil, outside of our home, so we don't want to give him food, we don't want him to give any space in our house. For that reason, we say these duas. So whenever next time you want to eat food, you say Bismillah. Okay? Okay, now this the dua which we will memorize, the next dua, is actually while eating the food. Maybe you are in hurry, or maybe you wanted to. Sorry. Okay, if you have a question, just raise your hand, please. Okay. Yeah, tell me. Ask me. What is there? Okay. Jazakumullah khair. No, the dua for eating, for starting the food is only Bismillah. Bismillahi ala barakatillah is not what we know from the Sahih Hadiths. So we will only say Bismillah. We will not say Bismillahi ala barakatillah. Okay? Jazakumullah khair. I know, like, these are our habits, and we know, like, from our ustads when we are sorry, when we are young, like when we are kid, like these things, sometimes, like, we teach our kids the du'as which are not authentic as well. But the du'as which we will teach you, inshallah, are from the Sahih Hadith, and we will try our best not to miss the dua which is related to the same topic. Like for eating, these are the du'as which you have to say. For entering the home, the du'as which we have mentioned to you last time, those were the du'as. So, Bismillah, you only say Bismillah, you don't say Bismillah Rahman Rahim, or you don't say the dua Bismillah ala barakatillah. You only say Bismillah. So how easy it is, just we say Bismillah, and that's it. You will eat alone, not with the shaitan then. So the next dua is very important as well. So maybe you were hungry, or maybe you were in a rush. So you started eating your food before, without saying the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, without saying Bismillah, without making this dua, you started eating the food. And it happens. Sometimes we forget to recite this dua, or sometimes we are very hungry and the food is in front, or sometimes we love the food so much that we start eating it without saying Bismillah. So, if in that case you forgot to read this dua, then what you have to do is, while you are eating, you remember, oh, I forget to say the dua Bismillah. No problem. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us another option, that when you say, when you're actually, you forgot to recite this dua before starting the food, you can say this dua which I will teach you now, and in the middle of the food. Maybe you have eaten half of the food, half of the meal, and now you have remember, or anytime during while eating the food you remember, then you will say this dua: Bismillahi fi awwalihi wa akhirihi. Bismillahi fi awwalihi wa akhirihi. Or Bismillahi fi awwalihi wa akhirihi. So I will repeat the dua again. Bismillahi fi awwalihi wa akhirihi. You can repeat after me again without switching on your mics. Bismillahi fi awwalihi wa akhirihi. This is very easy dua to memorize, and I will tell you the benefit as well, that why do we have to recite this dua. Bismillahi fi awwalihi wa akhirihi. I hope that you guys are repeating after me. Bismillahi fi awwalihi wa akhirihi. So this dua, the meaning of this dua is, in the name of Allah, in its beginning and its end. The meaning is, in the name of Allah, in its beginning and its end. So is there anyone who can tell me the benefit of this dua? Just raise your hand. Okay, I will choose who have not answered before. Why is like every time same hands are there? Okay, Ahil Hamid. Yes, tell me the benefit. Like, why do we have to recite this dua in the middle of our food if we forget to recite Bismillah? Sorry again. Okay, you are right. That's what I said. But I want to know the benefit of this dua. What will happen when this we will say this dua? Anyone else? Muhammad Muhammad Ayan Alam. Who is this? Okay, say it. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Jazakumullah khair. Jazakumullah khair. Yes, he answered it right. So uh, when we start the food, we take the name of Allah. What will happen? Shaitan will not eat with us. But imagine, like, if you forget to recite this dua, then what will happen? Actually, Shaitan is eating with you now, because you did not say Bismillah. So Shaitan is eating with you now. So during the food, while eating, you remember that you did not say Bismillah before starting the food. Now, this dua, if you will say Bismillahi fi awwalihi wa akhirihi, then what will happen? Shaitan, the devil, will vomit all the food which he have eaten. So subhanallah, this is the power of this dua. So even if you forget, don't be lazy. Recite this dua. It will give you benefit. It will make shaitan vomit all the food which he have eaten with you. Okay? So Memorize these du'as. These are easy du'as. I will quickly, like in 2 minutes, I will repeat the du'as with the benefit. And then if you have any question with regards to pronunciation, with regards to its meaning, or with regards to the benefits, then you can ask me. I will quickly revise it once. So whenever you start eating the meal, the food, any food, you say Bismillah. You started with Bismillah, in the name of Allah, Bismillah. And maybe sometime if you forget to say Bismillah in the beginning, then you say this dua while eating. Bismillahi fi awwalihi wa akhirihi. Bismillahi fi awwalihi wa akhirihi. I am repeating these du'as for you. Don't think that you have to say it twice or thrice. No, you have to say it only once. I am just repeating it so you can understand it or you can know how to pronounce them. Bismillahi fi awwalihi wa akhirihi. In the name of Allah, in its beginning and its ending, its end. And we say this whenever we say this dua, what will happen that the shaitan will vomit all the food which he have already eaten with you. So these are very important duas. So is there any question? Anyone is having any question? Okay. Yes, Muhammad Ayan Alam, you can ask me now. You have raised your hand for the question. Okay. 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 No problem. Is there any question? You can ask me now. Okay. I think there is no question. Alhamdulillah. So if there is no question, then I believe that you have understood everything, and you can pronounce it properly, and at the same time you know the benefits as well. Because in the next class, before I start the class, I will choose myself. I will not ask to raise the hand. I will choose myself, and I will ask you to repeat the dua, and I will ask you to tell me the benefit as well. Okay. 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 So we can finish the class on that. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.